Hey guys, this is my second live stream. I actually started the first one and honestly it didn't work, so I had to go for another one. Well, sorry about that. Now, talking about this whole coronavirus thing here in Japan, how all of this is working. Well, it's not doing very great at the moment. Perfect audio, video. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, Mr. Critic. I know it was not good. I just did not work things out properly just before. Mr. Critic, by the way, where are you from? I'm really curious. Like, may I ask you, what country are you from? Yeah, so what I was saying is at the moment in Japan, so they started the whole lockdown thing, and a lot of you guys might be like, yeah, well, we're in it since a long time. Well, for us, it's something new, and it's not that bad. Actually, they sort of set like a lockdown, which is not a complete lockdown. It's like more like a lockdown where they recommend people to stay home. They don't really want people to go out, but they will. It's weird, hey? I'm even confused explaining it. Like, basically, what Japan wants is stay home if you can. That's what they're saying. And if you can't stay home, then just go to work or do whatever you have to, and that's pretty much how the whole thing is going at the moment. So, well, I completely happy with that? I don't know what to say. Our cases is increasing more and more day by day. So yes, it's kind of scary. I mean, the whole world at home. Yes, Pablo, I agree. It's the same here in Vancouver in Canada. Yeah, completely. Well, the thing is, I don't understand why. Well, do you mean like in Vancouver? Is it the same? Like, it's like you guys should stay home, but you don't have to stay home? Is that what you're saying? Because in Japan, it's basically like that. There's no rule. So if you actually want to stay home, yeah, fine. If you want to go to work, you want to do what? Ah, okay. Well, interesting. I thought like you guys were on lockdown, but like sort of like with like laws where it says like you guys don't are not allowed to go out, which is quite. I think it's the way we need to go because I feel like in Japan, like if you don't put like some sort of laws, people are just not going to really care about it. Like they're just gonna go with the flow, and lots of people in Japan still think that it's not really as close as we think it could be, and then it's horrible. Like when I see around, like I see in my country how bad it is and how everybody is dealing with it. I mean, my brother is literally now he's not even hired by the like he's not hired by the hospital. He's a nurse, right? Sorry, I need to mention that. So he's a nurse and he's not working anymore for the actual hospital. He's hired by the government to be working as a nurse and helping towards this whole thing going on with the COVID-19. And I think it's pretty crazy. And then when I hear things like that from my country, and then I hear what's happening now in Japan, like it's pretty annoying. I have to be honest with you guys. Like you guys are going through such a hassle, and I completely understand that. I just think like, why is Japan still behind with all of that? Why aren't they doing anything about it? Like, are they just Abe, the Prime Minister of Japan, is the one in the whole control of it, and I'm like, why isn't he like just trying to do something about it, like trying to get us more home and trying to respect the rules. So he's, I don't know if he's trying to show an example, like trying to be like, okay, Japan can do it without any, you know, like I've been living here for a while, and I have to be honest with you guys that in Japan, I feel like sometimes, as much as I love Japan, like I love Japan in all the way I could, but sometimes I feel like Japanese feel like they're doing better somehow than other countries, you know? And then with this whole lockdown thing, I feel like they're trying to show something. So it could be either on the side of like, well, we're trying to show what's happening, so well, it's pretty bad, but you look how good we manage, how well we are to manage this whole thing. Or it could be the other side where it's like, yeah, well, um, we actually privilege the economy of Japan. Japan has a big economy, and at the moment, already before the whole coronavirus thing, it wasn't doing very well. So now maybe they're like, you know, it's not the good time for them to shut down everything. Because I mean, like, you guys, I don't know where you guys live, but trust me, in Japan, it's full of restaurants everywhere. You have a building and you have like 6 or 7 restaurants in it. And it's like that times 100 or 1,000 in each countries, in each city, sorry. So it's like if all of them have to close, it's just going to make the whole situation like so bad. And I'm just, well, bad for them, of course, but not bad for us in the end, because we need to be protected against that virus. Um, as I was on my Instagram, I was mentioning it that I recently I've been doing Uber Eats, doing a lot of deliveries around the city here, and I'm taking all the precautions, right? I'm cleaning my hands as much as I can. I I'm wearing a mask. I'm not trying to, I'm actually wearing a mask for the whole time. I've been doing deliveries for like 12 hours with a mask on. So like I'm really trying to respect and to follow the best, you know, the best routes that I can to make sure that to avoid the spread, to avoid exposing people towards all of that. But I mean, like, in the end, uh, this is happening and we have to deal with it. In the States, I heard it's getting so bad at the moment. Like, I'm feeling so bad for you guys, like for all the people who are coming from the States. Like, it's just, yeah, like you guys are on lockdown. I heard like some people, if they sneeze, like you can be attacked. Like they will charge you for like as how do you call that? Almost like a terrorist attack. All countries suffering of corona. Very sad. Yeah, it is. But you know what? Mob. Yeah, yeah, it is. But you know what, guys? What I'm like, I'm just thinking. At the moment, I was actually thinking at some point to go to see my family. Yeah. What do you mean by MO? Ah, yeah, yeah. MOB attack. Sorry. Sorry for being like such bad with that sort of thing. What do you mean by MOB? I need a quick when more people attack you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, exactly. So like some people were saying in the States, they were saying that if you sneeze on someone, apparently it's going to like you can be charged as a terrorist kind of thing. Like I'm like, what? Like that's pretty pretty big. Like I'm like, how how crazy is that? Like, why would you be charged of something like that? I mean, yes, I mean, if you voluntarily sneeze on someone, then that makes sense. But if you don't, I mean, if it's something that just happened out of nowhere, I mean, you shouldn't. Yeah, some of you might be like, yeah, you shouldn't be sneezing on someone. Of course, you shouldn't be sneezing on someone. It makes sense, right? Why would you sneeze on someone? But on the other hand, I'm like, geez, like, I can't count, like, here since this whole thing started, like, me recently, I was like, a couple of times I actually ended up sneezing, but no, I don't think I'm infected. But every time I sneezed, well, I would just, hide as much as I can. But I'm just like, if actually um, people would just charge me of something while I'm doing that, I'm like, that would be just not nice at all. Like, that's crazy. But I mean, again, you guys might watch me and be like, oh geez, this guy doesn't have any clue of what's happening around, because again, our lockdown is not really a proper lockdown. It's like nothing compared to what you guys are facing. Like I was saying, because of the fact that they don't put rules, they don't force people to actually stay home. Like, it just makes the whole thing, like, the purpose of being on lockdown is not even there. Like, why would you ask people to be on lockdown and saying, okay, well, if you go out, it's still fine. Just enjoy and just do whatever. Like, people can still go out in bars and drink. Like, I'm like, what what is this about? Why it's not a lockdown? You guys are on lockdown. We are not on lockdown. We are on, like, what kind of word could I use for that? Like, there's no actual word. We are on something weird. There's no word about it. Like, we're just on something that could be close to a lockdown. By the way, I'm not going to post that video afterwards, because at the moment I just feel like talking to you guys, to interact with you guys. So I just wanted to let you know, it's not the reason I'm doing this live. It has nothing to do about the channel. It's not about trying to get more watch time or anything like that. I just feel like talking to you guys. I have some time now. Actually, I was supposed to do some deliveries now, Uber Eats deliveries, but my bike has an issue, so I have to wait for the parts, and it's going to take a couple of days for me to be able to fix my bike. So anyway, so I would like to know who's there actually. Who I see that 4 people are watching. I would love to know who's there and who's actually listening to whatever I could say at the moment. Like I was saying, this live is really about sharing. So we need to share about Fenela Devas. Yeah, from the Philippines. But you're where are you from in the Philippines? I'm curious, like, where in the Philippines? Nancy Sanchez. You guys are all from Sanchez. Sounds like a name from the Philippines. So are you from the Philippines too? Davao, of course you are. Yeah, Fenela. Oh, you said it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fenela Devas. Yes. Well, Fenela, I'm wondering, are you from the Philippines but living in Canada? Is there a similar attitude towards foreigners over there, like we see in India or some other countries? Austria, somebody from Australia. An attitude. Huh. Huh. I've been doing deliveries, and my name on Uber, like, I mean, when they get their thing, it says Tino Pezzenti, which is pretty much an Italian name, right? So I guess most of them must be like, I mean, Italy had like such a, in Sri Lanka, like Italy has such a bad such a bad thing, like such a bad image about the coronavirus. So, well, quite honestly, no. I did not. Sanchez is a Portuguese. Okay, sorry for that. Um, well, so far, Mr. Critic, I wasn't affected by it. Like, I did not feel anything about it. Like, when I was doing my deliveries, I got my orders and everything, and I don't know. I didn't feel like. Anyway, Uber Eats selects like random people around, so they don't really have the choice on whether they can accept you as a delivery guy or not. But I mean, like it's always funny because me, I'm going to deliver things or food and everything, and I'm like, if if they saw my name before, like I heard in Michele Ponte, like that's pretty hectic. I don't know if some of you are following Michele Ponte, but he's Italian, right? And he's been like so much I don't know how to say it. Yeah, like it's so bad. Like he even a person told him like they were like going to, yeah, segregated like completely. Thanks, Mr. Critic. Yeah, so I was saying, Michele Ponte is going through like such a bad time. Like he had to move his place and everything. Like I'm like, what? Like why would people like try to attack him that way and then threaten him? Like he felt threatened towards this whole thing. Like that's really weird. I feel that's really weird. So anyway, so sad. Yeah, it is. I think it is. It is really sad from people to be doing something like that. Definitely. But anyway, like I was saying, this video has nothing, so we're just between us now. This is not going to be uploaded on the YouTube thing. I'm not going to use that as a video or anything. It's just between us. I wanted to interact because I have a couple of things to talk about, and I think it was important. I'm going to make a video about that. That's gonna come out because I felt really offended, so I'm gonna share that now with you. And wait, so I mean, some of you were probably there from the last stream, but I still have to talk about it, and please tell me what you think about all of that. So about a month ago, I've posted a video about Sherly. Sherly, again, is a woman in the Philippines. She's suffering of diabetes and she is in such a bad situation. So I wanted to raise some funds for her to be able to eventually walk again or have a better situation. So far, I've raised $730, something like that. A bit like some 700 and more dollars. I'm really bad at that point. Hello from Virginia. Yes, thank you, Pouty Gorilla. So yeah, this is such a big amount, right? I think I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, I'm gonna make a video about it because I've felt really bad about that comment. I got a comment from someone who actually donated. So I'm not gonna mention his name because I really respect I don't want to spread the name of someone on the online. So his name, what he said is, does anyone here feel like they have been ripped off by their donation? We have yet to see a video of this charity. I'm sorry, but I will never donate to any of your causes again. Well, quite frankly, when I got that message, at the moment, like I said, I'm here in Japan. I'm working hard because Yoko is losing a lot of her lessons. She's losing money. So I need to compensate working as an Uber Eats driver. So I've been really busy and I'm trying to still do my YouTube thing, but posting videos and everything, but it's quite hard. I have to tell you guys, like when I do deliveries and I'm on my bike for 12 hours, I don't come home and I'm like, oh yeah, editing. Woohoo! It's like I'm coming home and all I want to do is just like I want to sleep. Well, actually, he's not a hater. Fenela Devas. He's not a hater. He actually donated. I know he did donate some money towards this cause, and what I have to apologize about is the fact that I did not update people enough, and that's like I have to blame myself about that. I really have to blame myself about that. I should have let you know what was going on and everything, but I was trying to say, I've been quite busy. So I'm in touch with Sherly. I'm in touch with her, and this money he won't approve. Yes, he wants approve. Definitely, definitely. But when I got that message, I would have preferred to get a message where he was like, well, what's going on about Shirley? Why don't we get an update, instead of like sort of threatening me and saying like that I'm almost stealing the money? Like, I felt really offended because I'm like, how come? Like, I would never steal money from from someone like that. Like, she deserves that money. She deserves it completely. Like, so what would I don't know. I felt really offended. Deeply inside me, I was like, my God. But I mean, this guy doesn't know me. He doesn't know who I am. He never met me. So it's easy over the social media to just whine and complain and say something like that. And yeah, anyway, I felt deeply inside, like I felt offended. And just so for those who are watching, like now 9 people are watching now. And hey, Ross, hey, yo, yo, yo. um, for those who are watching now, some of you might have donated, some of you might have not. This money, the money I collected for Shirley, is gonna go for her, okay? And in the worst case scenario, if it did not go for her, it will go back to each of you who have donated. It will go for her. That's what I want to happen, and that's what is going to happen. But at the moment, with this whole hide that button PPL. What do you mean button PPL? Jesus, Mr. Critic, like everything you're saying, I don't understand. You must think I'm just like such a noob. Like, I just don't understand. You have like little things like yeah. I know what some of them means, but hello Tino and chat. Yeah, hi. But yeah, so as I was saying, all the money I'm collecting for Shirley is gonna go for her. Like, I'm asking people to press the like button. Jesus, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you. Thank you. You guys must be thinking I'm such a noob. I'm just not good at social media. Like, I really am not. Like, I'm trying to learn really bad. I love making videos, really. I love. And I love editing. Thanks, Ross. I love editing. I love doing that sort of things. But I really. Am I tired? Do I look tired? I'm not tired. I love editing. I love making videos, but I'm not good when it comes to like typing. That's why even if some of you message me on Instagram, because that happened quite a bit recently, I always like sometimes I actually send some text messages, but sometimes I end up like just doing a voice message because I'm just I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't know. But anyway, get back to Shirley. What's very important. Thank you, Ross. Thank you. Um, the editing. Not the editing. Shirley. Shirley. So about Shirley, the money I collected for her is gonna go for her, and that's going to be what it is. But now I need to find someone. And you know what? If any of you is in the Philippines now, but I need a YouTuber. I need someone trustworthy. I know you might feel offended by what I'm saying, but I need someone that's actually doing YouTube. Why? Because it's just a way to secure where she came from. Where she came from. She's from the Philippines. Shirley is from the Philippines. Um, I'm looking now for someone. I had, well, yes, Mr. Critic, yes, but it's not easy because he can't really go out of his town easily, and I doubt he's gonna be able to take a boat to go to Cebu because she's in Cebu. So I need someone that I can trust to give that money and eventually yeah, get that person to give the money. Exactly, people are forgetting about the lockdown. Yes, exactly, and that's what the person who sent, again, for those who just catch up, I got that message from someone who said, like, does anyone here feel like they have been ripped off by their donation? We have yet to see a video of this charity. I'm sorry, but I will never donate to any of your causes again. So for those who just catched up now, who just came afterwards, well, the thing is, I need now to find someone. I need to find someone, and Tim, I don't think he can. He's quite busy with his own life, and at the same time, he is on lockdown too, so he can't just move around. I kind of have somebody in mind. Hello, Mr. Pesanti and watchers. Thank you, Carpe Diem. Um, well, the thing is, I have somebody in mind. I have somebody I think I could eventually ask, but it's just tune in. Hey, Trevor, how are you? Yeah, so I have somebody in mind. I have somebody I know that could eventually take care of it, give the money to Shirley, and do a video, because that's the thing. Like, I mean, some of you have been donating, and some of you have watched the video. So I need to sort of make a video about it. Like, it would be like, already some people are complaining now that they are not they're feeling that they've been ripped off. So if I don't make a video out of that, I don't know how all of this is going to work. So I need to have like a YouTuber, and I've tried to contact a couple of them, and so far I haven't got any answer. So it is happening. It is happening. If some of you have been donating, like, it is happening. I trust my beer money. I trust my beer money. What do you mean? Yeah, so like I was saying, I would never rip a woman like that. Like, I would never rip anyone in general. But if there was one person I had to rip, I would not rip Shirley. Like, honestly, like, what she's going through is just like such a bad situation. Like, why? But I guess, like, yeah, maybe some people are like, yeah, they're doubting because they get they get like ripped off somehow, or they heard stories and they're like, yeah, I don't want to donate for something like that, or that person is not trustworthy. I don't know. But in the end, I think that what I was doing towards her, and the fact that I was trying to help her, should show that I'm trying to help her, and I don't want you guys to doubt about it. Trust me, It's gonna come out as soon as this whole, I guess I need to wait when the corona thing. I was in touch actually with Joanny. You might have seen the video of her where she's in like, you know, when I went to see the waterfall. And you guys might have seen that I've been in I've been in touch with her recently, talking to her, and then she told me that the lockdown is going for another 2 weeks, so we'll see. Is everything okay? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So she's going to let me know when the whole coronavirus is over, and then at that time I'm going to try to what's all the noise? Nothing. It's just Yoko. She got home. She has to get her stuff ready because she needs to make her own things. So that's the noise. Sorry about that. So yeah. So as I was saying. Joanny, she is actually keeping me updated about what's happening in the Philippines. So as soon as the lockdown is over in the Philippines, then I'm gonna be able to do more towards Sherly and help her, and eventually no, get her to have this money, because I want her to get this money. I mean, like, it's such an amazing thing. I'm such a turning up the place. I'm such a small YouTuber. I have not many subscribers, and I've been able to raise Nancy until April 30 lockdown here. Yes, I'm gonna have to wait another 3 weeks, I guess. But I've been able to raise like that amount of money, like, I mean, $700 out of you guys. It's just amazing. I thank you so much, and that money will go for her. Trust me, it's gonna come up. That video is gonna come up, but just wait and trust me. Just wait and trust me. Like I said, I'm not going to upload this video online because I don't really want. I said it just before. Yeah, it's pretty good, hey, for such a small YouTuber like me. Like, I was like, wow, that's amazing. But and thank you for that. Like, thank you for all of you. Like, even if you just watched the video, like, I'm not blaming anyone for not donating. Like, it's the way it works. Like, I've been donating in my life sometimes when I could, and sometimes when I couldn't, then I didn't. You know, I can't blame anyone for that. It's just the way things works. Now, saying what I was saying. Hey Eric, salut, ça va? Somebody from Switzerland. Oh, France. No, actually, I think he's from France. Just connected. Sorry, I had to say something in French. So yeah, as I was saying, we're gonna miss these days where you are from, answering each and every one of us. What do you mean? Mr. Critic, what do you mean? Are you gonna miss these days? Have I stopped to do so? What is that what you mean? No, I haven't stopped, Mr. Critic. Stop, don't say things like that. When you'll have, I see. Well, wow, that's such a nice message. I just hope I'm gonna get there at some point. Yeah, well, you know what? It's not sure. I have to have my finger crossed. I'm hoping for that. Jenny, a princess, hopefully, when you get too big. Yeah. Well, you mean when I will get to the point where I will have to hire people to answer my messages? being a moderator for me and then paying for that. That sounds like so weird, right? When people get to enable slow chat. Yes. Yes, completely. Like, yeah, it's weird, hey, when people get to that point. But I mean, I guess that's where you get to. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm gonna get there. I'm not saying that I'm gonna get there. I don't know. I hope, finger crossed, how many languages I hear you. You wanna hear my Japanese? Well, I can speak some Japanese, but I'm not really proud of it. I'm good in everyday conversation. So I'm good in everyday conversation. So I can say konnichiwa, Tino des, an orgy of helpers. Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Hey, you like Mr. Robot? I mean, do you like the one from Netflix, Mr. Critics? I watched the whole series and I love it. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe people might think I'm weird now, but I love Mr. Robot. The actual Netflix series is just so good. I love it. I just yes, yes, Trevor. I know you're there. I I read you. um, yeah. So, Ohayo gozaimasu. I guess you guys who are still watching me and everything, because hey, I think some of you might have seen. I was talking about the still Mr. Roboto song, but the shows was good. Mr. Roboto song, Tashi de Tino. I'm from Tibet. Yes, Jesus, you guys, you're the second person from Tibet. I would never expect people to watch me from Tibet. Like, come on. Russ, do you speak any Japanese? Like, 本当ですか? 日本語話せる? Really? Ross, you can speak some Japanese, obviously, or you just use Google Translate. That might be one of the answer. Anyway, go back to the Tibet thing, the person from Tibet. I mean, like, that's amazing. Like, you're the second person. On the last live I did, I had also a person from Tibet. I can't believe how you don't mind us interrupting you every 3 seconds. Well, well, I guess like that's what a life is about. No, it's to interact with you guys. If I'm not interacting, like I just yeah. But I like yeah, like you guys are saying. I mean, at the moment, like I don't have that many people watching. I guess when you get like that amount of people watching, then it's getting like just crazy, and you get like poo 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 messaging messages right after another. What is that? Trevor, what is that? What are you preparing? Three people watching, you mean? I don't know what. Me, it's telling me like 11 people are watching. I always watching your videos. Yeah, 11. Yeah, that's what I get as well. Actually, I'm not in Tibet now. I'm from Tibet. You're from Tibet. Hey, you know what? Tibet is such a place. What do you say? Do you have news about sick lady? Okay, Eric. Okay, you guys, those who have been watching me from the start, I'm gonna have to just say it real quick. So, for Eric, for those who just got in between, somebody messaged me. Does anyone here feel like they have been ripped off by their donation? We have yet to see a video of this charity. I'm sorry, but I will never donate any of your causes again. So for Eric, just to get back on you again, yeah, so somebody was doubting about the fact that I was eventually going to donate money, and I felt quite offended, but then I had some second thought about it, and the reason is like we're all on lockdown, everybody's stressed out about all of that, and I can believe that people are like, what? is going on, you know. And I really, I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for feeling that way and thinking that I might have tried anything. It is not happening. The money that I got is gonna go for Shirley. It is something that I'm planning to do. I'm going to send, thank you Nancy, it is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to send her that money. I need at the moment to find somebody who's a YouTuber. I want a YouTuber. I'm sorry for those who are not doing YouTube videos who might be interested. I don't know about the seasons in Japan. It's coming really soon. It's like the next uploads. Like now I'm done with the whole Thailand thing, and the Japan season is coming really soon. So, and some crazy explorations where I'm trying to sleep in haunted places are coming up really soon. So don't worry, it's coming up, it's coming. But now get back to Shirley. So yeah, so I need to find a YouTuber that is doing some. He's doing an actual videos with a certain amount of subscribers. I don't want to just start with someone with no subscribers. I'm sorry, it's not like segregation, but I need somebody that I can trust, because it is such, like $700 is not a small amount. So I need to find someone that can help me out with that. Somebody that's going to be willing to take the money, get it, go and film it as well, because I need to make a video out of that. So I am going to make a video out of that for sure. I need people to see. I mean, I can't have like a, sorry to say that, like a season 1 Shirley and not a season 2, or like an episode 2 Shirley. I have to upload something about her, and this is going to happen at some point. I just stopped as well mentioning it in my videos when I uploaded like the link, you know. I was putting the link to donate to Shirley, because I just felt like people who have watched my videos, they just knew what was going on. And maybe I should have kept going. I don't know, maybe I didn't do enough. I don't know. Guys, you can't believe how much all of that is. Like, it is actually really stressful at some point. I can't really put myself on the spot, because I mean it is stressful, but in the end, like, it is a lot more stressful for Shirley. I'm trying, yeah, exactly, like Eric, thank you. I'm trying to really help as much as I can. And as I was saying, I'm getting so much busy now here, trying to make this situation work. Yoko is losing her lessons, like she can't teach as much as she was before, and that each time she's losing a lesson, it's $25 she's losing per week, so $100, which is not nothing. Don't stress like Michele. Yes, I'm trying to, but yeah, so each time she's losing a lesson, it's a bit of a loss. And of course, like at some point I need to think about myself too. Like, we need to be able to live here and makes this whole situation work. And that's why I'm working like super hard as an Uber Eats driver. I'm trying to make as much money as I can. Like, so far it's been going pretty well, like $300 or $400 a week. It's not bad. I mean, like in Japan, it's not bad at all. And between with what she's making on the side, it's kind of helping. But yeah, all of that explanation to say that about Shirley, I'm gonna get back to it, and I'm going to do a video as soon as this whole thing, this whole corona is, you know, gone. We are now facing, I mean, since second war, that's what I was saying to Yoko this morning or two days ago. Like, since second war, the world has not faced anything close to what we're facing at the moment. Like, it is what's happening. Like, like, it's everywhere, and we're all on lockdown pretty much now. Lockdown in Japan, yes, I know it's not a real lockdown, but kind of, we're getting there. And And yeah, I mean it's crazy. I would have never expected. But we say also, there's a thing I read online that says every 100 years the world has to sort of face a crisis like this, and we are actually facing one of those, I guess. That's what's happening at the moment. We are actually facing one of those really bad crises, and hopefully we'll be able to go over it. You will go back to the Philippines after lockdown. Yes and no. I would love to. I just don't know how all of this is going to work. I'm here in Japan at the moment, so I can't really give you a proper answer. But I wish I will be able to go back to the Philippines at some point. Definitely, reassuring certain through the instant. Yes, completely. Um, what I'm saying, I don't know. I have to share something. I had a feeling. Um, this whole lockdown thing that's going on, right? Lots of people are concerned about it, and of course, it's pretty intense. But do you think it's the absolute solution? I mean, we know how much the virus spreads. Okay, we know it. We know that it's a fact that if it's there, it's spreading like hell. That's a thing. Now talking about, if let's say we're not on lockdown anymore, because I mean now we're on lockdown, okay, but one person can spread so much, okay, can spread that virus a lot. So I'm really wondering, like, if once this whole lockdown things is over, if there's only one person infected, that person can spread the virus again, and we could eventually all get infected again. Like, I don't think the lockdown is actually an answer to against that virus. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but that's my true opinion. Like, can we actually overcome that virus just by putting everybody on lockdown? I think the truth is, and what I heard is that they're actually at the moment working on finding a vaccine injections. Is it the proper words in English? If what I said doesn't make sense, just message it. Vaccination, I think it's like when you get an injection against a virus. If that's actually, I mean, that's actually the only way. Vaccine. Okay, thank you, Nancy. So vaccine, I think, is the only way we can go. I think getting a way to go to overcome this virus will be by vaccinating people, and because yeah, I mean, obviously, if one person is infected, this whole thing is gonna keep going again and again and again. So we're not going to be able to stop all of that quickly and easily. It's not going to work. We're gonna have to. I'm not a doctor, right? I talk like maybe I'm too much sure, but I'm thinking. I'm really trying to think in the best way I could, and I know it's not going to change the way the world is working and going at the moment. But I really do believe that they're just trying to slow down the cases. Yes, of course, can actually come sick. Yes, completely. That's what they're doing. It's not an answer, but it's slowly it down, and countries and infrastructure can cope. Yes, completely. Yes, yes, that's exactly what it's doing. I, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the lockdown is a mistake. No, I'm just saying we need to find quickly something to actually go over the lockdown. That's what I meant. Like, yes, of course, we need to slow down all of that to save all our grandparents and all of our relatives who are more prone. Like I was saying, I'm not gonna go over it again, but my sister is concerned about this whole thing like more than anybody else. So yeah, I mean, yeah, uh, this whole thing that's going on around, like, we need to find a vaccination, and I heard like they're actually working on it at the moment, but I heard that they need to test to see if it works on people. You know what? I'm telling you now, guys, and some of you might think I'm stupid by saying I'm willing to take the corona to get sick now and to be tested. I want them to test it on me. Really, I'm willing to get it and then just them to test it on me. Whatever crop they want. I'm willing. I think we need to now raise up a population of people who are willing to, yeah, take all the bad shit, you know, sorry to use bad words, but all that thing that are just coming, and let's fight against it. We can save so many people. I'm willing to do it. I'm totally, totally. I would, if they could inject corona in me and try to fight against it using all and any kind of vaccine, I'm willing to do it. Now, I sign up. And that's what we need to do. We all need to go and try to help this virus, to overcome this virus. I think we can. We all can. And yes, some of us are thinking about their health and about the fact that they could disappear or die or whatever, but we can. We can overcome that. I'm not a kamikaze. Some of you are too much in Japanese culture, I feel like. I'm not a kamikaze. I think we need to sacrifice ourselves at some point, and I'm willing to do it if I could. And you know what, guys? I think I need to do something about that. I need to make a video about that. And then let's hope it could spread, and maybe they could inject vaccination in me, and like not the vaccination but the corona, and then test on me. I'm okay to do it. Like, I'm not saying just because I'm in front of you guys. I'm saying it to the world. Like, I'm willing to do it. Really, really. I'm not lying even 1 second. I'm not caring. Yes, I do care about my life. I do care about my own things. But if I can use myself to save so many people, you're actually helping people with their delivering. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm helping already a little bit, because people get food when that way they don't have to go out. But yeah, I'm willing to help a lot more than what I'm doing now. I don't think I've always been like that. That's my personality. Hey, like, you guys might think he's just saying things. No. I'm actually, I've always been like that. Like when I was in the army, in Swiss Army, I was well, Swiss Army. Some of you might be laughing. Swiss Army. Swiss Army is not anything like really big. Like, it's pretty small actually, but. I wanted at some point, because I felt what we were doing. Mr. Critic, yes, thank you. I'm 30. I'm 30. Turning 30, so I'm 29. So I was in the army like yeah, almost 12 years ago. Did you serve in Vatican? Are you from Switzerland? How come you know that? Geez, Mr. Critic is either a very smart person or he's actually from Switzerland. Because, I mean, to know that Swiss people are actually serving in the Vatican is kind of something that not many people knows. I don't think, or he's Italian. We want to see pictures in that funny. Damn, thanks, bro. So you must be super smart. um, yeah, so do I have the Swiss knife? Hey, it's in Switzerland. I did not take it with me. I do have a knife, a Swiss knife, but not the Swiss Army knife with me. I had a famous one, the one that everybody gets. I did not take it with me. Why? Really, actually, why? So many times. And you know why? I have to say, I know why. Because the cork opener, you know, the one that you use for the wine bottles, is not on it anymore. I can give you a cool fact about that. So actually, in the Swiss Army, they used to be like cork opener, you know, the piggy tail kind of thing, like the twisting thing. Husband say you're funny. Thank you. So there used to be that on the knife, and then you could just twist it, you know, and open your wine bottle. Yes, the spiral, correct. Thank you. And you know what? That's such. Yeah, no, they do, Trevor. They do give a Swiss Army knife, and I have it, but in Switzerland. But what I'm saying is I don't have it with me because it doesn't have the cork opener. Yes, the corkscrew. Yeah, exactly. So in the old ones, it's called just a knife. Yes, it is. It's called just a knife. But the in the past, they used to have those cork opener, like the corkscrew, whatever you said, corkscrew. They used to have it, but now not anymore. So I think it's not as useful as it used to be. I like wine. I like drinking wine. So I'm like, if I have a knife, and that's why my Swiss knife, the one that I have, has a cork opener on it, because I think it's it is actually it's quite important. I think it's quite important. Completely, completely. So yeah, I don't have this knife with me. I like the saw, the knife thing. Yeah, it's quite big, hey. But you're from Switzerland. Mr. Critic is from. Come on, if Mr. Critic is from, are you saying that you're from Switzerland? You have to tell me now, Mr. Critic, if you're from Switzerland, because that would make me. Mr. Critic only outside we call it Swiss Army knife. Yes, we do. Actually, why is it so popular? Why the Swiss Army knife is so popular? Another cool fact. If some of you are Jew, um, when you in Switzerland, there's a factory, cheese factory next to where I live. So is your Swiss Army knife red handle, white cross? Would like mine. Trevor, you're from Switzerland. Are you from Switzerland? Jesus, you guys are. You're just playing with me. You guys are just playing with me, I guess. um, so yeah, no. So like I was saying, what was I saying? How you can compare the expenses with the Philippines and Japan? How can I don't have it with me. I left it in Singapore with the damn wine. To answer the expenses in the Philippines and Japan. Oh wow, not Swiss, but like do like a mental. You do like a mental. I prefer Gruyere. Um, to go back to your question about the Philippines. Okay, I'm gonna have to say one thing. It's not comparable. In Japan, you need to be able to live an okay life. I'm talking about an okay life. Okay, do you want to hear the bare minimum? No, I think okay life is giving you an advice, an idea. So in Japan, I think with like maybe $1,500 a month, you can start living here. Why? Because you can get a rent for like $400, and most of your other expenses will be insurances, which are not much. When you don't earn much in Japan, it's not really much. So 1,000, let's say 1,500, a little bit less, you could live. Hippler Kronen. Uh, Come on, don't start posting things about Swiss words like that because it's just gonna turn funny. So about the life in Japan, like yeah, $1,500 might be okay. You can live with less, definitely. Some people live in communities. What part of Japan and Union actually perhaps, or should I answer? It's better for you to keep it generalized. I'm in Fukuoka, southern part. So you have Tokyo, Osaka, Hiroshima, and Fukuoka. So I'm on the close to the bottom, and I'm supposed to be the hottest part, like the warmer part. Knock at the door, at the bottle of wine, have a corkscrew. So yeah, expenses, yes, you can live in like some communities where you spend like not much. You can probably live with like a 900 or $1,000. Um, Also, if you're from the Philippines, okay, let's talk about that from the Philippines. If you're from the Philippines, I know that some companies are actually hiring people. So you look online, don't go through the Filipino companies. Yamakasa Festival. That would be cool. Man, how come you know that? You, Mr. Critic. About back to the Philippines. So there are some companies that are actually promoting work in Japan. I know, and then it's sort of selling it as the El Dorado. Like you could make so much money and live the life. But the truth is, I would recommend you to go through online. Look online. There are some websites where they help people to eventually, if you're interested to work in Japan, I don't know, I'm just assuming you might be interested to. If you were interested to work in Japan, like some places allows you to, if you don't have any like how do you say, degrees that could helps you to work here, you could help as a how do you call that, a caregiver, I think, for elder people. There's that a lot here. And what you have to do is you work and you do, on the other side, you learn Japanese, and yeah, you can make a decent amount of money. And if you want to help your family or anything, you can eventually send some money over back to the Philippines, because I know we're going to Japan soon, work as a caregiver. Oh, great, great. That's awesome. So that's what's set already. That's cool, Sanchez. That's cool. That's really good. I've been trying to work this out. Cost of the Philippines, not so cheap. In Manila, but cheaper. Well, Trevor, where are you living, by the way, Trevor? I'm quite wondering. I'm wondering. Like I've been wondering for a fair while because you're commenting on a lot of my videos. So I'm wondering where you're from. Um, Now, saying about just going back just to the Japan, as a Filipino, if your English is good enough, between you and me, teach English. Try. Even if you're a caregiver, try to teach English. You're gonna make pesos. Trust me, that's how you make money here. 25 bucks an hour, 25 bucks an hour. And because you're from the Philippines, actually in Japan, tutor. Okay. Well, in Japan, people know about the Philippines. They know that people speak pretty okay English, and you have your accent, but that's okay. But just move back to UK British. Ah, okay, okay. I see, I see. Love both countries. I love the UK. I wish I could go there and just like get some pint and just actually love the UK really bad. Like been there like a couple of times, and every time was just such an awesome time. Really, if I had to pick a country to live in Europe, I have to admit, you guys might think I'm crazy, but it's the UK. Like really, I love the UK. I love people in the UK. I love the way you speak. I love your accent. I've always, for me, the British accent has always. I never heard an Englishman who likes being called British. Okay, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So do you mean by that like Trevor doesn't like, no, come to Belgium? Yeah, actually, Taya den Vriend, you're from Belgium? Do you speak any French? Bonjour. Do you speak any French, really? You're from Belgium? Well, I like Belgium. Belgium was good. I went to Belgium, but Trevor is amazing. I know, in all honesty, my heart will be in England. Yeah, England. Out of everything, like all the countries, I would love to live in England if I could. No Flemish side. So you speak French. I like your accent too. It makes me giggle. Yeah, actually, lots of people says about that. Parlez-vous français? um, yeah, so as I was saying, like for me, every British movies, yeah, it's like an emotional roller coaster. Every British movies that I'm watching are just like I love just England, like in all. I I don't know. Some of you might think I'm crazy, but I watched This Is England. I don't know if you guys know This Is England. Like for me, yes, it is. It is a little bit part of the redneck side of England, but it shows a lot. Trevor. I just love the whole culture behind it. I think some of you might be like, oh, we don't have excellent food or anything, but it doesn't mean anything. I just like people in general. I think they're very warm-hearted and well, anyway, I've talked enough about England, I guess. um, so yeah, yeah. So talking about the living coast, you Trevor asked about the Philippines. I think, in all honesty, in the Philippines, I enjoy British pate too, and that's a channel. Okay, I need to check it out. I need to check it out. Um, Actually, I was wondering, have you tried, you guys, to live in the Philippines? I mean, in the Philippines, I think you can live with not much. You can live literally with maybe $1,000. I know Miss Tim K has posted a video about living on $1,500 in the Philippines. Well, yeah, it might be tough. It might not be the easiest. It depends on what you're used to. It depends on what you're used to. Most average Filipinos, they're really living on like 250 bucks a month, 300, but usually they're living in a community, so they're like sharing together with the family. So sometimes yeah, he got a lot of backfire about that. Backfire, really? I didn't see like really bad comments and everything. Well, when I saw the thousand, I'm considering Philippines. Well, when I saw the video, like $1,500 in the Philippines, like sort of thing, I was kind of expecting what he said. Most of his expensive was electric bill. Yeah, he might have said things that might not be the best things to say. I don't know. I watched his video. He talked about the electric bill. I don't recall that. But anyway, the thing is, uh, I think with $1,000 in Switzerland, in Switzerland, definitely not in Switzerland. In the Philippines, you can live. Yeah, yeah. I think like you can live a proper good life, good life. Like, um, you can find a house for $200. Air condition was a huge problem. Yeah, but $200 for the rent on average. I'm not saying for Tim K. I'm not talking about Tim at the moment. I'm talking about what you can find. 200 to 300 a month for the rent. Um, you can find sometimes that including the electricity. Um, and I would say food and stuff, like not much, really not much, like $200-300. No, you can live with barely anything in the Philippines. Like, think about the locals. You, of course, as a foreigner, you can't live like like the locals. It's not possible because it's like, for example, from Miss Sanchez, she might think like I'm crazy, but you can't live like the locals. As a foreigner, no, but you can definitely live close to them. That's for sure. The thing is, they will definitely overcharge you in most of the places you're going to. You can, they will, like in the Philippines, it's a thing. Actually, in the Philippines, it's not bad. Like, they tends to charge you a little extra. They might charge you like a couple of pesos extra, but it's not too bad. When you talk about the Thailand, for example, sometimes they scam you, getting money from you. That's the whole difference. Like sometimes you just get in in Thailand, like some places you just think you're paying like an okay price, and you're like, what? And at the end, like locals are paying like divided by 10, I would say. It's like quite amazing. But in the Philippines, it's not even close to that. People are quite okay with that. And anywhere other than Europe. Yes, I agreed. But you know what? The best way to live in the Philippines is to do what I did. And you know what? Oh, Corona. No, sorry, bad joke. Survival of the fittest. What I would say, my monthly expenses in monthly is 20,000 only, which 20,000, oh my God, wait. 5,000 is $100. So $400, $400. Okay, okay. Um, Anywhere, Trevor. What about Singapore? um, yeah. So what I was, I'm losing myself. Yeah. So the thing is, what you're doing in the Mr. Critic. Thank you. You guys are just crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So it really, my advice, if you go in the Philippines, okay, that's what a lot of, I would say lots of guys are just forgetting. You guys might be thinking, okay, let's go to live in the Philippines, it's the El Dorado of everything. And yeah, it might be somehow in some place and some points. But the truth is, it's good if you go in the Philippines, and in my opinion is, if you own a business or you work in something that you can actually work into. Why? Because um, I think, I think like, if you live in a country, yes, being retired is a one thing, but you know what? In those places in the Philippines, once you've been in the water a couple of times and everything, I feel like we're living in in our lives, we're just living in such an intense society that we are used to TV, we're used to internet, we're used to blah 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 blah, everything around, everything's so easy to get. And the whole truth behind it is, when you're in the Philippines, you don't get all of that. Not that easy. So all of that kind of utilities you're used to are just gone. And just, can't you just go to work? Hi, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yes, doing construction work in the Philippines would be definitely something I could think of, but maybe owning a company, but definitely not myself working as a constructor, because I would just drive crazy. I mean, I've learned proper ways to work, and in the Philippines it's still pretty, they're doing a great job like on the way they build houses, but it's definitely not close to what we do in Switzerland. Like we pay attention into many details when we build houses in the in Switzerland. And I think if you become a, let's say, a builder in the Philippines, you have to really put a lot of your knowledge is down the drain, just because of so many reasons. Like, yeah, like you don't get as much materials, tools, everything is different. So yeah, working as a builder in the Philippines, like, no, I isn't worth. Yeah, but I mean, like, in the end, you know what? Work worth the pay. Uh, it's hard to say. You don't really think about it that way. Me personally, I've stopped thinking that way, because it kills you thinking work worth the pay. The question is doing something that you like for a certain amount of money. That, I mean, some of you might hate me about what I'm saying now, but it's true. Sometimes you don't earn like what I'm earning as an Uber Eats driver. Now I'm earning like what, $12 an hour, 10, 11, depends on days. In Switzerland I can do 3 times that. So if I was basing myself, like thinking about it that way, I would be like, no way, I'm going back to Switzerland. But no, no, that's not how things work. It's just, it depends on how you want to live your life. I think depends on all of that. You need at some point to just sort of compromise and be okay with something and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna earn less as long as I like what I'm doing. Let's say if you work as a builder in Switzerland, sorry, in the Philippines, my God, in the Philippines. If you work as a builder in the Philippines and you don't, well, you you don't enjoy what you're doing, then it's not worth doing it. The cost of living, exchange country, car repair, where everything was built too perfectly to break down soon. Yeah, it's amazing because I'm pretty sure if there was an earthquake in Switzerland, nothing would just fall. Like it's just bolts like so strong. It's just like sometimes it's ridiculous. I'm like the way we build houses in Switzerland is just like way too much. In Japan, it's like cardboard house. Really, like if I punch this wall behind me, I think I can literally see my neighbors really like right now. It's like so I'm joking, right? But it's really weak, really weak. Like it's amazing compared to Switzerland. Switzerland is all made out of bricks and like concrete and all the things that you can find here is like it's just like, and then it's like that in lots of places actually, like I guess in, I don't know why in Japan it's like that. It's just to make it cheap, I guess, to make it like a cheap way to build. But get back to what I was saying. Like, as long as what you do is what you like, enjoying what you do. That's why I was. You should show building catalogs from Japan. Yeah, yeah, I should. I should. Um, the thing is, I was working as a diving instructor, and hey, if you guys think, if you, some of you might have thought about becoming a diving instructor or a diving guide or whatever, just don't for money. Do it for your passion. That's the only thing that works, because you're not making money out of doing that. You're not. You're just not living, you're always living on the bottom, always counting your money. A lot of the time I was happy that I had savings and everything. So yeah, the life as a diving instructor is really, really tough. It's nothing you really want to do unless you're passionate about diving. And that's what I was. And oh, you guys might be like, oh Jesus, he said was and not I am, or you know. Well, I've done 3,000 dives in my life. I've been around, I've done so much diving. So much. I love diving. Still. I'll still go. If now you give me a tank, give me an equipment, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go diving for sure. But in the end, I feel like I went a little bit over it. Like for me, if the only way I could go around diving, yeah, damn sure. The only way I could eventually go back to diving now would be as a dive manager, owning my resort, owning my thing. Working as an employee would be hard. I think hard. No, maybe not hard. Maybe I would enjoy, but I would just put too much into consideration the money I'm making out of the work I'm doing. This could go on till September. Come back some kind of normal. No. Eh? I'm not sure what you said, Ross. I'm not sure. So yeah, I feel like, hey, Jesus, I've been doing this live for such a long time. We should talk to Tim and maybe invest together in the Philippines. Sorry, Tina, distracting answering your followers. No, it's fine. That's fine. Um, well, I think Tim is slowly thinking about it, getting his own house and everything. I think he's getting there slowly. I think that's what he's doing. I don't think he could leave. 18. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Critic, you're right. Um, yeah, so I think the thing about Tim is I think he would not be able to live a proper life and the way he wants it to be if he did not like get something better. I think it's my opinion. It's got nothing to do about him, but I think he needs to. I think he needs more, and he's used to more, and that's just what he wanted. I'll get to you, Trevor. I'll get to you. I just gonna finish about the Tim thing. Yeah, so I just think about Tim is just as much as we talked together about his situation and everything, I think myself. Let's talk about myself and not about Tim. I would just want more. I would just want more. Living where he is, the way he is, and everything, I would definitely think of building something, getting a better, bigger place with a better situation. He's living in a pretty small place, honestly. Like, I don't even think myself I would live where he lives. He's prioritizing his wife's family and everything over his own comfort, and that's a truth. That's actually a truth because every time I told him, like, man, like, just get something better, than where you're living. And he was like, yeah, but Chrissy is living where she is, and she lives close to her family, and that's important, and all of that. And then I was like, okay, well, that's good. That's good. He's thinking the way he is, but that's why he's trying to get something close to where he is. Now talking about diving in Japan. Well, diving in Japan, good question. I've been diving in Japan, but unless you dive in, well, unless you dive in Okinawa, you don't get anything really, really good. In Japan, diving is okay, but it's definitely not the best. I think only if you go towards Okinawa, you're gonna get good diving. In Okinawa, yeah, yeah, it's down south. He's designing his place, the biggest part of his gym. But now talking about the other side of Japan, like, yeah, if you want to see some special things, like you want to see hammerhead sharks, or you want to any kind of sharks, like whales, anything, you can see it in Japan, anywhere pretty much. Now, yeah, the thing is, do you want to dive just for that? Yeah, that's the question. If now I go where I am now in Fukuoka, the thing is, the diving there is not going to be the best. Definitely not the best. It's going to be okay, but not the best. Like, it's it's uh, it's like diving in the Mediterranean, as like close to Italy, or it's okay. It's just okay. That's what it is. Anyway, guys, I've been talking for way too long. What about more rural places in Japan, like Leyte? What do you mean, Mr. Critic? What do you mean? Like, that's why I see lots of Japanese divers in Thailand. Completely. And the reason why they don't dive in Okinawa is because it's so expensive. You can count on $100 a dive, pretty much $100 a dive in Okinawa. No. For living, you mean for me, or for on average for other people? Yeah, I mean, so just come to see the blossom and taste the ramen. Yeah, don't come to Japan to dive, unless you go to Okinawa and you have money. That would be my advice. Don't come to Japan to dive. That's for sure. Mr. Critic, you meant like living out. Well, if you live in the, the problem is in Japan, like if you live out of the countryside, I mean out of the cities, there's not much going on. It's pretty close. There's a few shops, but yeah, living in the countryside of Japan is tough. I think it's tough. I would be okay with it because I love nature. If you're fine with nature, fine. Me, I would be out all the time doing my own thing. I want to grow my tomatoes. I love farming. Actually, I would love to be a farmer. I've been thinking about it in Switzerland. I respect all farmers. Farming is a way to go. We need farming. Without farming, we're all dead. Like these massive farmings, you see in some places where they just make like thousands and thousands, and oh, it's horrible. Like farming is the way to go. That's I think now we went some at some point we went a little bit too much far into technology, which is true to me. About diving in Turkey. Never dove in Turkey, so I can't help you about that. I really can't. I dove in Croatia, but I guess it's close enough to Turkey. It gives you an idea, but it's nothing amazing. I think if you want to get something close to only at Christmas in the Mediterranean Sea is good. It's good if you like to make bubbles, if you like to see, you're happy with small things, simple things, that's fine. But if you're expecting in having like that thing, no, you need to go to the Red Sea to get like good stuff. Actually, I was curious. I want it. You know what, guys? One day I'm gonna do it. I want to do it so bad. For those divers who are following me, to go to Israel. But I want a good spot for diving. Yeah, definitely. I want to go to Israel. And I want to dive on one side and the other. Because for me, Israel has such an amazing situation. Geographically talking about it, it's like amazing. Why? On one side of the country, you've got the Mediterranean Sea, and on the other side, you've got the Red Sea. And I mean, to me, I think it's just amazing to have a country like that with that potential. And then it's connected, it's very close. Very, very, very close. A bit shallow. Yeah, it is. It is. Not deep water. Are you a deep diver? I don't know. Yeah, it might be a bit too shallow. Headhunters? The Red Sea headhunters. Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty... We are snorkelers. Oh, that's the one crazy Raiders Nations normal. I think you guys are family, no? I think you guys are family if I remember well. Yeah. Oh, okay, snorkelers. But snorkelers, fine. But I mean, like, imagine. Yeah. You guys are family. I remembered. I just think, like, when you're in Israel, okay, you got like this side that's like the Mediterranean Sea, where you can just dive or snorkel. Like the Mediterranean Sea, it's beautiful, it's amazing. You can have such an awesome time, and then you drive, like, I forgot what my friend told me, like a couple of hours, and you go hop Swiss. That's definitely somebody from Switzerland. And then you go to the other side, to the Red Sea, and then there you get like such amazing dive spots. Like, to me, I don't know, I wish it was like that. In Switzerland, we've got like lakes, Lac Léman, the Neuchâtel, the Zurich, all those places that are just, oh my God, you don't want to dive there. I mean, maybe if you like to make bubbles, yes, and it's freaking cold. That's why I learned that. The only reason why I learned how to use a dry suit is dry suit. For those who don't know what a dry suit is when you wear a suit that's basically closing you, like you can't breathe anymore. And then you just inject some air in your suit so that you can warm yourself up, I would say, somehow, and dive in very cold temperatures. I dove actually in Switzerland in like very après ski Swiss. Yay! The après ski is always a Swiss cheese fondue. What do you mean, body condom? Ah, yeah, it's actually pretty true. It's a body condom. It's quite true. It's quite true. I would agree. I would totally agree with that. Um, but then getting back to that, I dove in some places in Switzerland where I saw like was crazy, crazy guys. Like I dove like I think 7 degrees, 7 8 degrees. Um, I have to be true with you. I was like the first time I went to dive in like cold water, you know, because the truth is that I did some dives in Switzerland, but I did not dive there for a long time. So I did not really have a real good clue of all of that. I did most of my certifications and everything in Thailand and then in the Philippines. So so Corona, I keep saying it. I mean, it's not a good joke. I think I should just shut my mouth. But anyway, the when it comes to diving in Switzerland and you dive in such cold water, like, oh my God. The first time I got there, I was there, like, I had my friend, he was like, yeah, just wear this suit on. And then I was like, okay, well, I just have the weirdest haircut ever. I was wearing my suit on, and then, you know, it's like tightening, like, you know, like, you can barely talk. And I was like already like, what the hell is happening? You know, it was like horrible. And then I got in the water, and then my friend was like, yeah, put your hoodie on. You know, the hoodie is the thing that protects your head, to protect your head completely. And then me, I was like, no, no worries, I can do it without. I went in the water, and the water was like, I think at that time was like 9 degrees or something like that. I got the water in my eardrums, right? And what, yes, completely, Tatiana, you're right. What happened is, you know, you have like the internal ear, and if that gets shocked by the cold or anything, you get dizzy. So what happened is that time I went in the water, and then I was like, I almost drowned. I have to be honest. I was like, what the hell is happening? I was looking around. I was like, and then yeah, because the water was so cold, I thought I could make it without any hoodie, but definitely it didn't work at all. Like really, like I looked so bad. And then I did a couple of more dives. Hey, go everywhere! What's up in Vietnam? I go everywhere is a YouTuber. He's making videos about Vietnam. I know, I've watched a couple of them. Actually, you're trying some how do you call, like electric scooters, right? I saw them. That's pretty cool. How's the whole situation going there in with the corona? At least you have good food. I mean, like that's not a something we can't we can't deny that. Like, yes, at least you have good food I mean everywhere pretty much, but still, like Vietnamese food is just so good. I love it. I love it really bad. I mean, now at the moment, how many of you who are watching are actually divers? I'd love to see. So we've got Trevor. I know Trevor is a diver. Is he? And the family. The family, you guys said you're snorkelers, didn't you? And then we have Miss Sanchez. Miss Sanchez, are you diver? I'm wondering. I need to look it up. I'm always actually, by the way, when you guys are Tech 7, yes, okay. Good. how many of you? One Crazy Raider Nation, Jesse and Laura Mole. I like Daz is to be in the sea. Drinking diver. I see. I see. You're a beer diver in Hawaii when holiday. Moth. Okay, four. Ah, okay, four of you. So the two of you and the little. Uh, okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. So I was wondering. So you guys are some of you, yes, diver, but it's been a few years. Pretty good. Pretty good. I I wish, if the family, Tino, yes, tell me, it's me. I am listening. um, so yeah, what I was saying about the whole diving thing, you worry about the bend, the bend. What do you mean? The diver bend. Cold sucks. I'm sorry. One crazy nation. Jesus, you're not so long. I'm gonna call one crazy. Okay, that doesn't sound alright, but I'm gonna call you one crazy. So I'm gonna say you. I'm not sure about what you mean about the diver bends, the pulmonary bends. Yeah, you mean about. What do you mean? Like my opinion about it? Yeah, that's what you guys mean. But why you guys are talking about that? I'm confused. Why would we talk about that? Are we now? Do you want me? I have a whiteboard over there, and I can teach you some decompression signals. Do you like it? Yeah, I'm a big fan of the bends. Like, actually, that's the reason why I started diving for. Like, I was actually a big fan of the bends. You guys, really? But no, really, I have a whiteboard over there. I can give you like some decompression theory thingy. And what do I think about the bends? The one crazy, I'm gonna give you an answer. I don't think it's a good idea. I think don't go for it. If you've been wondering whether it's a good thing to try, just don't. No. I heard bad things about it. I don't recommend it. Yeah, what do you mean? I'm confused. Why would you like it? I don't know. So there are better ways to get high. Mr. Critic, I completely agree with you. There are better ways to get high. Uh, if the bends is the thing, I think we just no the bends. No, but no, actually we're now let's put out of the jokes and laughing and all of that. Were you serious, like Mr. Crazy? So, do you know how, brother, how you're doing? Well, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Um, what were you saying? I was laughing and everything. Maybe I might offended you. I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend you. But what do you mean about the bends? There must have been like something serious or a serious question you had about that. He was asking, do you worry about it? Yes, I know. He asked that, but why would I be worried? Ah, you mean I got it. I got it, guys. I got it. So you meant because you guys are snorkelers, and I forgot about that. Yeah, as a diver, you would not really ask that sort of question because, yeah, no, what I mean is when you dive, the diver goes. Yeah, lady boys. Oh, Mr. Critic, you never stop, hey? Okay, so one crazy. I'm gonna give you an answer. Yes, I'm sorry because I was confused, but that's a total completely honest and I understand your question now that I remember that you're a snorkeler. Um, Lots of people are worried about the bends and the decompression sickness. with diving, and it is a complete normal thing. I mean, people are wondering. It's, I mean, we have movies about it and everything. Like, I don't want to talk about lady boys, Trevor, please. If we start with that, we're never gonna end anything. So, am I worried? Okay, I can, I guess I can share some experience I had. Uh, like I was saying, I've been doing 3,000 dives on average in my life. I had lots of students, maybe like 300 students. Doesn't sound like much compared to the amount of dives, but each student took me a couple of days. So, and then sometime I did like one lesson with one. So yes, 300 is quite okay. It's not big compared to some other teachers, but it's not bad either. And so I had some really weird experiences. I never faced any situation with anybody where people were actually like, yeah, having some bends or anything like that. Um, Trevor. Yes, I never had anybody with any sort of problems so far. I had, as far as I can remember, it's at the start when I started all of the diving experience thing. I had one girl that came out and she tried, actually, she was a trial scuba diver, and she said, like, yeah, she was feeling like painful in her jaw, and she was complaining about it pretty bad, and I freaked out. I was like, my God, because as a teacher, trust me, if you guys ever wonder whether it's worth trying or not and everything, you put a lot of things on your back as a teacher, like and me, I was like, geez, I hope she's not suffering, already for herself. I mean, like, if she was having any decompression illness or anything, like, I would have felt like so bad for her. But now on the other side, I was like, wow, if she has anything wrong, I'm gonna be put into bad in trouble, because that's what happens. And then she was complaining, it was hurting, and you know what, at that time I wasn't experienced at all. I was really bad. I didn't have much experience. I was a new diving instructor, and my I referred to my owner, my manager, dive manager at that time, and he sort of said, yeah, don't worry, everything's fine for her, nothing to really worry about. And I sort of sticked to it, and it was okay. But now, if the same situation would occur, I would definitely freak out. Like, we're all different. We are all different people's bodies. We have different ways to eliminate nitrogen, and in the whole truth is that some people, some of you, some of the people, like a certain few percentage, might suffer of bends uh, more easily, but it's like small. It's really small. The percentage, like, it should not stop you from trying scuba diving for sure. So yeah, am I scared of it? I've never suffered of anything. I went out of, because I like to dive alone. Yeah, for some of you who are divers, you are going to think I'm stupid. Yes, I might be a little bit. I love to dive alone. I just like to be off all of that, of the outside world. I like to be alone underwater. I like, yeah, exactly. I just like to enjoy my time, being cut off the world. Having my own space, and that's it. And that's what I've been doing for a fair while. And I would say I'm not scared of the bends. No, I'm not. I had, like, sometime I came out and I had like some little tingling in my fingers, which might have been something close to it. It is actually, they say, like, when you do diving and you go a little bit over the limits, sometimes that's what happens. You can yet it's just that your the nitrogen, you accumulate some bubbles in your junctions, creates like some blocks, and then your nerves are just not working the same way. So yeah, it might have been. Am I scared of the bends? No. I think I'm more prone to die from anything else than that at the moment. If you miss the tingling, you can always have some beta alanine. Oh, you guys, honestly, the Avalon skin. Is that because of the video I posted about the psychedelic papa? Like, you guys think I'm an. All good. You're welcome, one crazy. It sounds weird to say one crazy like that. Like, me makes me feel, you're welcome, one crazy. Like, it sounds a bit weird to say it that way, but that's just the start of your thing, so I have to say it that way. um, yeah, so anyway, I feel like I've been talking by myself quite a lot. I I I mean, not by myself, because you guys are interacting by message, and I'm not by myself, but still I'm not hearing any voices coming back, so it's sort of kind of like by myself. I kind of feel like I'm alone, even if you guys are there. I know. I don't know if you get the point. I'm not saying I'm alone, but you know, um, I'm a trainer. What kind of trainer are you, Mr. Critic? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. So anyway, this live has been like super long. Wow. Nearly 2 hours now. Wow. I did not believe I started it out of the thing that I was complaining about. I mean, yeah, for those of you who did not know, I'm just going to mention it because you might have, because that's the title of my videos. I'm just gonna mention it real quick back, and some of you might have heard it like 3 times already, so you might be upset, but I'm just gonna say it. I got a comment from someone saying, does anyone here feel like they have been ripped off by their donation? We have yet to see a video of this charity. I'm sorry, but I will never donate to any of your causes again. You've done well talking so long. You want, well, 2 hours, yeah. Yeah, so I got a comment like that about the video of Sherly, where I'm collecting donations for her to help her throughout getting better and everything. And yeah, like I was saying, there's going to be a video about it. It's coming. I'm sorry, that's my mistake. I should have uploaded more updates about her, about how she was doing and everything. I completely apologize for that. That's wrong of me. And this money is gonna go in her hands, and it's not in my hands. I'm working as a huge Uber driver to make my life, my living at the moment. So I'm not taking the money from such a beautiful cause. One crazy, unfortunately, there's a thing that I don't like with that stream. Your message was cut because it was long, so I could not read the whole thing. But yeah, I'm sorry. I really, I read it the best way I could. I heard hospital and thing, but I could not hear, at least read the whole thing. So I'm sorry. But yeah, so getting back to Sherly, what I was saying is just I'm going to give her that money. I'm not trying to steal any money from anyone, like especially from something like that. Like, I would not in general steal money, but if there was a reason for me, yes, $700 raised so far, which is pretty good. I mean, for a small YouTuber like me, I mean, like, wow. I mean, like, I would have never expected that much money. Lots. I got like donations from one person, $250, which was like, wow, amazing. Um, So yeah, so like yeah, when I got that message, I was really feeling bad. I was like, wow, I really. So do you have the COVID? You mean? Do you mean like you're affected by you have the corona? That's what you mean? Or you're working with people? Okay, you have patients. Okay, okay. Yeah, you were giving me advices last time when I was doing the live with Yoko and Natalie, right? About Natalie's health, right? I think you gave me some advices, or if it's not you, then you're the second person who's watching me who's a respiratory therapist, which is quite amazing. Yes, I remembered. Yes, albuterol inhaler. Actually, you know what? We freaked out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday Natalie got some fever, and Yoko called me when I was driving around doing some deliveries, and I was like, Natalie got some fever, and we were like, oh no. Like me, after I got that message from Yoko, I was really stressing because I was hoping everything was okay. But then Natalie she's getting sick every time around this time of the year, at least once or twice. And we sort of knew at that time that it might have been something simple. And then this morning she woke up, she was fine. She had no fever at all. Everything was good. So I was relieved because, yeah, at this time of the year, especially her, if she gets the coronavirus, it would be just such a bad thing. So, anyway, yeah, so thank you for being back there, back talking to us and sharing. Like, it's very, I enjoy having people like you guys, Mr. Critic, Trevor, Moss, sorry, Moss, I forgot. I like to have all of you guys because that's what keeps me going. And in these days, yeah, the recently, I don't know if yeah, thank you guys, for being there. It's really important to me to have people like you following me and then helping me. Also, like I was saying, I posted that video about me getting more hours of watch time. I mean, it sounds really desperate, right, to do something like that, but the truth out of it is I was thinking of just a concept. You know, I have lots of ideas here. I'm trying to pull them out. And I was like, if I could throw a concept where we can sort of go against this whole YouTube algorithm concept and everything, and then get lots of watch time and everything, you know, sort of a concept that more YouTubers, like starting YouTubers like me, could try and give it a try. That would be great. Hey, hello, Jay Canada. Oh, Jay, you're watching me? Jesus, I'm shy now. Jesus, you're part of my subscribers, Jay. I did not expect that. Yeah, it's been going on for a while. I've been talking to this live chat for a while now. That's cool. That's cool. Awesome. Thank you, Jay, for being there. So yeah, Jay is my is a friend from Canada, and she's living in Japan too. So I'm surprised that she's here and she's watching me. So it's pretty cool. Thank you to you, Jay. So yeah, so thank you for being there. Like I was saying about the whole video, I would like to throw a concept, you know, where all the people around the, like all the starting YouTubers looking and aiming for like a 4,000 hours of watch time would try a concept like the one I was trying, you know. More videos, yes, we can't wait. Yes, I know, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Thank you. I will thanks Jay. Yes, the content about Japan is coming really soon. It's coming. I've been filming. I think I have 5 or 6 videos now coming up about some explorations I did here. Pretty cool. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Like I was really, but the thing, you know what, guys, like so many people actually want to see the haunted mansion. It's not a mansion, actually, it's a tunnel. It's a tunnel. The mansion, I don't know if Yoko would allow me to go in a mansion because she's actually pretty superstitious, so she doesn't like me to go in haunted places. I have to deal with that. Because she told me last time when I went to the haunted place, she's like, oh, if you go, you need to get a cleansing. You know, she was really worried about me bringing some stuff back home and everything. So, yeah, but I mean, I can't blame her. Like, Japan is like that. Japanese people are really superstitious. They believe in ghosts, like, pretty bad. So, yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, I can't do anything against it. But yeah, so the thing that are coming like now soon is like I have some haunted place, abandoned places and everything, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy that because that's where I'm going to. Holding you up, you have content to edit. No, no, well, yes, kind of. No, you're not holding me up. I just okay. I'm gonna be like super artisty. Okay, now it's my artisty time, and I'm gonna say it. So I edit when I think that it's a good time to edit because I need to talk to you guys when you guys are watching. I think it's important for me to be all well everywhere, and I think it's important for me to sit down, start editing when I'm all, you know, good. And I don't want to upload content and just like you know, just to throw content and be like eh. So I'm uploading only content that I think is going to be interesting, and that's why I skipped actually some of you who knows when I'm uploading. I'm trying to upload on Mondays and Thursdays. So I'm always trying to upload on Mondays and Thursdays, and when I see that something is not coming up the way I want, I prefer to not post a video than keep just posting it. Like I just feel like yes, I need my watch time, and yes, I need to keep going, and if I want to get more subscribers and blah blah blah, and this whole YouTube thing sometimes really annoys me because I feel like if I don't, I'm not keeping updating, and I'm not there all the time doing everything the way it should be, then Tina, take care. Less stressful. Thank you. Thank you, crazy. No, crazy, crazy. Um, yeah, so yeah, uploading just to upload is not a thing. I don't want to upload just to upload. I feel like recently I had to sometimes need to go back to work. Take care. Thank you, One Crazy Rider Nation, Jesse. Thank you. Just go back and enjoy your work. Hope everything's going to be good for you. And thank you for being there for the time you've been there. Yeah, so what I was just saying, and I'm going to get to a conclusion because 2 hours is so long. I can't believe, I'm pretty sure some of you have been watching me for the whole time. Like, that's crazy. You guys are just crazy. Like, why would you watch me for so long? Like, why? Am I such an interesting kind of person? I don't know. I don't think so. But anyway, what I was saying is, yeah, so I'm trying to upload content that I think is worth and it's coming up soon. Sometime I might skip one Monday or one Thursday. Um, like I'm trying to be constant, but sometimes like at least one video a week is gonna come out. But sometimes there might be some skips. That's what's gonna happen because I just want my content to be as good as possible. Yeah, I just don't want to upload just to upload. So, yeah, why? Yeah, I know. And you know what? Keep uploading a video. You know, yeah, thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Nancy has been there like since almost the start, or even not the start. Like, it's just amazing. You know what? I'm thinking I almost need to upload that video because you guys, that gives me so much of watch time. Like you guys are watching like so long. Should I upload that video? You think I should? I'm just talking to you just to have a good time, but now I feel like it's almost worth to upload the video. But it sucks. I just hate. You know what? I hate to upload a video where I'm just uploading it on my thing and it. Heck yeah. Thanks. I just hate uploading a video and feeling like it's just like me talking the whole time. I feel like it's so not. I watch until the end. Thank you, Sanchez Nancy. Nancy, that's awesome. People are at home bored. You know, everyone wants to chat. Keep it up. Yeah, completely. We all need to kill the time. We all definitely need to kill the time. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I think 2 hours is enough. I would be ashamed to upload a video. I'm going to. So foundation is a solid 12. YouTubers are now live streaming. Why did you retract your message? It goes so fast. Okay. Anyway, all I want to say is thank you. I might still upload that video. I think it might be worth for my channel, for the watch time. I first wanted to just talk to you guys. I just wanted to share just a time all together, talk and kill the miss the Swiss cheese for a week, getting my sorry horse back to Great Britain. Let's hope all that shit will be over really quickly. We need all of that to get over. Really. Vaccination. That's the only solution. The vaccination. All right, guys. I think it's time for me to end. So, YouTubers are now live streaming just about anything like cleaning their house or... Yeah, I should start. I should start doing some cleaning. I mean, I'm cleaning every day, so it might be worth it to just put it on live stream too. All right. Oh, Jesus, Corona. Oh, shit. I did it again, eh? That joke is really bad. Why I shouldn't keep doing it. All right. Love you all. Thank you for being there, for watching me. And I promise you guys to upload the best content that I can, as much as I can, and keep going that way as long as I can. Take care, guys. Love you all. And you know what? Now we're getting to this weird point where I'm gonna take my phone like this, where you guys are going to see this whole shaky thing. I'm gonna try not to show too much. And I'm gonna leave you guys like that because that's how it is. You too, Jay. Have a good night. Take care, guys, and see you for another video.